Fat news, huh?
Oh, we got fat news?
Boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom.
Fat news. Ooh, chicken.
Let me ask you, Walt. You've always been a thin guy, in shape. What would it take?
Looks like a boxer with the hood on, don't he?
How fat would you have to be to go on a website, buy a tapeworm, and then swallow it
Get the fuck.
in order to lose weight? Yeah.
Don't they have like very good operations now that you don't have to do this kind of
Or
backwards stuff?
jogging. Yeah.
But jogging may not help some people. Some people may be in such horrendous shape
even do
that no matter how much jogging they do, could never correct, a life of.
Finish them off. You just get a heart attack while you're in the middle of doing
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, I imagine don't they tie your stomach into a little rubber
Yeah, lap
band or
band.
something?
Yeah, a lap band thing.
I mean, why would you go with the tapeworm over
I
that?
think it's
unless you're hurting for money.
Well, tapeworm's a lot cheaper, probably. And on top of it,
You have to be approved to have that surgery too.
oh, do you?
Oh, you have to meet a certain criteria
Yeah, a
health-wise.
certain amount of weight.
You could, and where would you find this tapeworm at?
She found it on the web.
Really?
She bought a tapeworm, yeah. And she,
I imagine, like, I'm sure it's not, but I would think it would feel like alien, like, like always moving around in you. I'm sure it doesn't.
because they
feel
get
like
big,
that.
though, right? Don't they get pretty
Yeah,
big,
you
a
go like
tapeworm?
25 feet.
And then how do you get it out? It's not going to come out normal. You got to have it operated to get it out, right?
Says,
Tapeworm?
Yeah.
You can swallow medication that kills them, and then you just shoot
ew,
them.
look at him. Look at that guy.
But tapeworms,
flat.
can creep out of your mouth. While you
In your mouth?
No.
They could stick out like a gopher while you sleep.
Shut the hell up! It would have that would be like you could grab it and pull it out like a fucking clown with a silk stocking. Come on, there's no way it crawls up that high.
I'm telling you, it does. Hold on.
No way.
Let me see.
No
I think that's a
way.
myth.
No way. There's no way. It's like,
I think
my host is sleeping. The lights are out. Let me creep up and see if there's any crumbs on the on the mattress that he didn't eat.
Let me do some sounding.
That's not happening on the mattress I sleep on. Those crumbs are eaten. Stacey Patella just handed over an old ad for a tapeworm diet. That is banished.
Oh, fuck.
Look at that.
Nasty.
Why is it nasty though?
A tapeworm?
Why is it nasty though? Because is it the phallic thing?
Parasite.
It's a parasite, but if it's a healthy parasite though, we have parasites that help us on our
How's it
eyes.
a healthy parasite?
And we don't freak
You are
out.
now at the point in your podcast where you will take any position.
Any stance. Why is a tapeworm so gross?
But like, don't we have parasites on our eyes?
Would they stop the subway for a tapeworm?
And don't we have parasites in our stomach already that help us with things that are there that we don't even know?
Yeah, different.
But don't we? Isn't there a certain amount of like parasites and germs that are in a healthy body anyway?
Probably, but
Oh, definitely.
Right. So I mean, is it just the fact of swallowing that
But I don't think
phallic
tapeworms
symbol
are
of a
one of them.
tapeworm?
Well, the other ones you're benefiting from.
it's dangerous.
Disease.
Disease, yeah.
Yeah, well,
What
it
if you
says
get a
ingest-
baby tapeworm? It hasn't
ingesting
been out in the. If it's a lab.
Sold.
If it's a lab-grown tapeworm, it doesn't. It's not in a swamp.
Approved by the
Who's doing
FDA.
that? Who's working in that lab?
Well, somebody sold it on the internet, though. Somebody had to find it.
Farm-raised tapeworms.
It's like maybe it's a tapeworm mill, like a puppy mill.
There's tapeworms coming out of some kids.
That's photoshopped. Because who the hell would let their kid? Who would take a picture of it before
They
pulling it
always
out?
say the camera guy cannot put the camera down.
I can't imagine that a tapeworm knows it's nighttime and you're sleeping and is like, all right, I'm going to come out now.
And what are they coming out
Come on.
for, do you think?
Yeah, why are they coming out? They got everything they need in your stomach.
I don't know, dude.
No, we're saying they're cognitive of it. Maybe they're just finding their way
I don't
out.
think that they're like, what's up?
They want to leave.
Holy shit.
There's
that is
a
sick.
book
100%.
written by the guy who wrote Train Spotting called Filth, which is about a cop in Scotland, and he's got a tapeworm, and one of the characters in the book is a tapeworm in his stomach. It's pretty cool, actually. Like, it's a good book for anybody out
Now,
there.
doesn't the tapeworm eat the food that you don't digest?
I thought that was
Thus,
the
he
idea.
gets just as fat. So wouldn't you weigh the same amount until you get rid of the tapeworm?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, once you're done, you're supposed to pull them out.
Oh, okay.
The
But,
tapeworm
like, how
gets
big
bigger,
will it
too.
be, though? Like, I mean, to get it out, it's going to be quite a chore, don't you think?
Let me see. I'm gonna Google
It lives in your
here.
intestines. It's
big-
That would be a far ride to get up to the top of your mouth and peek out. Right,
That's
when
why I
you're
don't think
sleeping.
it. I don't think it comes
Well,
out.
where are they gonna go?
Could you ever?
You might peek out the other way, Q, more than your mouth.
I believe that.
Imagine that. You're ready to like.
No matter what
I
these-
think I'm ready to sin.
Yeah.
That would send you right. If you saw that, you're getting ready to go,
Yeah, you're about to fucking chow down.
right? And then that may set you on the straight and narrow.
If I wanted to go,
That would cure you of your
have sex with a
sodomy.
woman in
You're like, wow, baby, you're really skinny. I love your body type, man. You're just my type. So super skinny. How do you do
look
it?
at you.
You eat everything too. You didn't. There was nothing on the menu you didn't order tonight, baby. How do you keep that figure?
it was like,
What's that noise for?
I guess they can come through your skin because here's a guy with one popping out of the scalp.
come on, man.
No way. That's not a
That's
tapeworm.
photoshopped.
How do they erupt right out of your scalp? That's going through your cranium, the thickest part of your head.
Though. Well, no, I mean maybe he's like just under. I saw this documentary once about it was these people who crashed in a plane in the Amazon, and they say if you happen to do that, if you're ever in that situation, put mud all over yourself because otherwise, like flies land on you and they'll like lay eggs under your skin, and you can see them like moving around like under your arms.
And they hatch and they come out.
So
Bot
fucking
flies, I think
gross.
they're called.
Oh my god!
Well,
This
I don't
guy-
know if any of us will ever be in that position.
This is even more disgusting. This guy has one in his eye.
It's a tapeworm.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Why do you put it in your eye,
Holy
man?
shit.
Oh no, I don't think this is. I think it's pretty rare that people like.
Well, you said the fat news that someone did it, and what was
Somebody did it on
was it a success or was it a failure?
It didn't say. I mean, I would have to think it wasn't a fucking success though. Hold on. She said she went to the doctor. Let's see.
What doctor prescribed that?
No. She went to the doctor and was like, "I'm a fucking moron. I ate a tapeworm."
How do you put that in your fucking mouth and swallow it?
Put it in your food, probably.
Well, look at fucking Fear Factor, Annie.
Oh, no, Dad,
You
you
can't
ate,
kill it, right? You can't chew it.
Yeah.
any of you guys ever eaten that worm in the vodka?
Oh, the
I've seen it done. I haven't.
I
the
haven't.
tequila worm.
Yeah, the tequila.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know how people could do that.
That seems awful. Well, it's dead, right?
You get sick, yeah. We can get sick.
It says the parasite can cause anemia and malnutrition because I guess they're eating all the
You're not
food.
getting all your vitamins.
Oh, gross. It doesn't really
I've
say
seen
though.
some
Like it seems
documentaries
like
about dudes who have to have walls removed. You know, I would be like, you know what? If I'm in that position, and they were like, tapeworm, buddy.
have to get what removed?
They have to get walls removed to get out of their house. They're so
Oh,
big. Like they need a whole neighborhood to lift them into an ambulance.
Right.
And if that was my only option, I'd be like, well, look at me, man. How much? How
Give me
much
a
more?
tapeworm.
I'll give me a tapeworm. Give
me a tapeworm
that's what I'm
sandwich.
Do it.
Be like spaghetti.
Give me
you'd have
give me
to
a
eat
give me a
Just
can of them.
Stop eating as much. And, like,
I don't think it's
just
going to help a
exercise.
guy in that
Disease.
stage.
It's like a disease.
It's the only thing that's going to help you. What?
Not when you're at that stage and you have to have a wall removed, and like a neighborhood has to move you into the ambulance.
Yeah, they have to chopper you out of there.
It's not about, man. At that point, I don't think it's about just stop eating.
There was a guy, I mean, obviously it's on all the time on stuff like Ripley's Believe It or Not or whatever. But do you remember Dick Gregory? He had that diet for a while in the 80s. And I think his most famous client was Walter Hudson, who, right here, saying the fourth most obese human in medical history.
1200.
That's crazy.
He also holds the Guinness Book World Record for the largest waist, which measured 119 inches. He weighed 1,197 pounds.
Crazy.
His average daily diet was 2
a
boxes
baby
of
elephant,
sausages, a pound of bacon, 12 eggs, a loaf of bread, 4 hamburgers, 4 double cheeseburgers, 8 portions of fries, 3 ham steaks, or 2 chickens, depending on the day, I guess, 4 baked potatoes, 4 sweet potatoes, 4 heads of broccoli.
How do you afford that?
A large
You're not
cake and
working.
How do you even
like
chew
you'd
that?
be
My
heavier.
jaw would be tired from chewing that all day.
Sounds like he's heavier than 1,200 pounds and just made.
But how do you afford that kind of?
4.5 gallons of soda every day. Yeah, like I mean,
Got to do it to live, I guess.
And you can't get out and do a normal movement. You got to just do it in bed.
no.
Oh, yeah.
And you've seen them; they look like liquid.
Right.
Like their bodies look like liquid. It moves like liquid. So where do you and how do you have a family member? I mean, how do you have?
And
How,
who keeps feeding you?
right.
You're not making it yourself. You're not
Right. You
retrieving
can't
it
get into the
yourself.
kitchen.
So someone's
maybe
like,
you're ordering out.
Someone's like
Go get the 20 hamburgers.
But like, where do you get like? Okay, I'm gonna take 4 dozen eggs.
Can you imagine the movement though that it's going to happen when you have to consume that much food though?
If they took a person like that and just dropped them in the middle of the woods,
Forget it. They
You would
wouldn't last a
die,
night.
right?
Right. They wouldn't last a couple
3 days.
hours, man.
There he is. Like,
The rest of the forest.
fuck.
Crazy. Yeah, they had to crane lift them out. I remember
Yeah.
this. They used to have a
it's
show
hard
about it.
because on one hand, like as you can recognize it as a mental illness.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you're like, you fat fuck. Like, get the fuck. Like, what are you doing?
I wouldn't be careful there because if George Clooney ever becomes that way,
You're right. $50 before anybody says anything.
I mean, aside from Dick Gregory, has there ever been the comedian / nutritionist? Like, it's just not that common. He used Hudson to promote his Bohemian diet system, saying that Hudson had lost between 200 and 800 pounds. That's a pretty fucking wide gap. Like, you know, he either lost this much or 4 times this much. I can't tell. Between
do you have Dick Gregory's parents?
200 to 800 pounds. What's that?
Dick Gregory's parents like keeping company with their friends in the neighborhood. Like, oh, what's your son up to? Oh, he's a comedian nutritionist. You know? Sounds like bullshit to me.
Yeah.
He's a comedian nutritionist.
He was survived by his third. Even fucking Walter Hudson, weighing 1,200 pounds, had a fiance. Sunday Cruise.
What?
Sunday?
Her,
Her
that's
name
the
was
picture I
that
want.
Sunday?
Her name was Sunday, yeah.
Because you know she doesn't look like Stacey Patel.
Any relation, Jeff?
Like the sundae, like the ice cream sundae.
Well, how is that like even living a life at that point anymore now? Right? Just laying in your bed, eating.
Eh,
Wait, what? That sounds pretty good to me.
It's got to be a reinforced bed. It's got to be a reinforced everything. How can you
I've
eat
done
that?
it.
I just
I
can't
did it
see
at work a
somebody
few
eating.
times.
What's that?
Yeah.
Got people out of it. We had the.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah. I actually had one of these people die in their house,
Somebody who was like super obese.
and we had to get the corpse out. And the only way we could do it was we took the bucket.
Cut them apart.
Chainsaw?
No, that would be sick. We took the bucket, with the. On the
The
end.
feces?
No, it wasn't like at the end of some fire
His
trucks,
oh, I thought you meant his
ladders.
bucket. The
No.
bucket this guy used.
And some have like the buckets that you stand in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we put the bucket up to the window, and this was within my first 6 months on the job. So I got the worst job to do. So we took the window out, and we cut the wall around the window to get it out, and we strapped them to 2.
How do you know how long he's been deceased at this point?
Died that night.
That night.
Yeah, the family was home.
Is that who I would call? Is that
Well,
who they
called
normally
the
call the
ambulance.
fire department?
Well, they called the ambulance, but they couldn't get the body out.
Oh, okay.
So they called us.
So that would be under your criteria. Move bodies that are too big.
Yeah, apparently. 'Cause we did it.
Okay.
You ever miss it?
Strapped them to 2 boards and then laid the boards on the bucket, slid it out onto the bucket, so it was just laying.
Could you see his face, or was he covered?
Oh, it was a she, and she was.
Naked?
Did you sodomize her?
One second.
And I had
Before you go, I got something for you.
holding the body, like holding the boards like this, while it was.
Wait, was she
on the
clothed?
ground. She was, but they cut. They tried to revive her. The
Oh
ambulance people.
God.
So,
So you and like this would be the instance where I would be like, I can't do this, guys, and I would be like,
Yeah.
I would wuss out.
Burned into your
I know
the
the
rest
other
of your
firemen
life.
would be looking at me like, what are you talking about? I can't do this. This is way too.
She's too fat.
No, it's not because it's just too disturbing.
The
It's
smell,
just too.
the smell also must have been like. Do they give you a
It must be-
respirator when you're trying to lift her up? Because she's like,
No.
No, it wasn't like that. I mean, she had like food. It was like a really bad case. There was like food in her.
Well, did they have any bed burns? What are they called? Bed sores?
sores.
oh, bed sores.
Not that I saw, but I'm sure.
Oh God, man. Yeah.
awful.
I much props to you, man.
It's a somber occasion. Like nobody's making jokes or anything. Nobody's.
I wouldn't go. Dinner table.
You did. You made jokes. You know he did. Look at that
You made
face.
jokes,
Certainly not in front of the family,
but like the guys on the truck were making jokes about it.
certainly not in front of the family.
Well, I heard they do that, too, or else if they don't do that, they go insane.
Coping mechanism.
Black
Yeah.
humor, gallows humor.
That's what. Yeah, that's what you could say when the AIDS community comes to calling.
Yeah.
It's a coping mechanism.
We're so sad about it.
I don't have it.
All right, so your official stance is you do not have the AIDS mosquito, did not bite you.
I don't really like to take stances. I do recall, being bitten, but I haven't been diagnosed.